shot is the whole wild ways going in. Me and little sicko sitting sideways, breaking tense. Used to be an antisocial nigga, now I'm making friends. I just got a mansion, not a text, it's a beachfront.
Showtime. So yeah, guys, you know, I saw the Kanye West interview on Drink Champs, you know, before they took it off. You know, I watched it like straight away I watched that. But a lot of people were like arguing about this, and you know, since here in the UK it's Black History Month, I was like, okay, let's reload. You know, I can understand Kanye being frustrated, right? And being frustrated doesn't give anyone an excuse to make you know, fucking racial comments and shit like that, right? Because once you start making like anti-Semitic fucking jokes, whatever, that shit can be, it can just go left the same way if someone was to make jokes about any other race and shit like that. And Kanye's out here, right, talking about blacks are Jews, we are Jews, etc., etc. Okay, if that's true, then why the fuck was Kanye screaming about he's gonna go DEFCON 3 on whatever Jewish people? Why didn't the fucking guy just say he's gonna go DEFCON 3 on us, right? Since we, according to what he's saying, we are the blood of Christ, we're Jews, etc. Okay, so why all of a sudden is he like separating it, right? Shit didn't make sense to me, and I was like, that's a bit phony, right? And watching how he was explaining himself about his frustration towards what's happening with these businesses, etc. Look, you just can't throw in a rap about, yeah, you know, that little rap he was making about, yeah, I'm a killing nigga, I'm a fuck you bitch, I'm a killing nigga, or this is anti-Semitic. He should have gone into depth about what he meant about that, about people making money from, you know, us blacks rapping about some fucked up shit. And at the same time, we can't be hypocrites about this shit. You know, we love it more than other people. You understand? And there are other people that make money from our culture. You know, it's not just Jewish people. We're all in this thing making money together. And I don't see what, you understand, what Kanye was really fucking moaning about. He's out here screaming about his Walt Disney. You know what? Soulja Boy kind of hit the nail on the head. Soulja Boy is like, yo, my man is out here screaming he's Walt Disney, he's this, he's that. Show us your magic, man. Show us the magic. Why are you here screaming to black people about you didn't do nothing when they took my daughter? You should have said this. You should have been writing for me. You have the billions. You should have the good lawyers to take care of that shit. And no one is going to read your mind if you're not saying anything. You just can't come out and be fucking blowing off steam like that and you expect everyone to catch it. Like, that shit doesn't make sense. You know, Kanye, one thing you should do, my man, you know, you need a fucking personal assistant that's going to ask you, what are you going to say at this interview? Let me take a look at it. A, B, C is bullshit. You can't say this is going to backfire. It's unproductive. We're stretching it out. That's the type of shit this man needs. You understand? Because he's out here talking about, oh yeah, you know, black people should say this one when I'm touched. Okay, you have billions, right? What the fuck have you done for the community over there? No school. What's your $100 million donation to any community there? Fuck all. You know what? The hypocrisy that was in some of the shit he was saying, he needs to check it. Because it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's like blatant fucking hypocrisy over and over and over again. Like, you want people to ride for you, do some shit. Where is the Kanye Arts College, right? Since you're Walt Disney, right? Disney, that nigga has Disneyland. Where is Kanye's College of Arts or some shit? I don't blame that shit for being taken down, but at the same time, I do understand his frustration, you know. But he needs to think, because some of the things he was saying were just, they were not in depth. You understand? He should be more articulate about the shit that he's saying, man. And the same thing goes out for a lot of fucking, you know, black, brown people. Like, you need to think, be surgical about what you're saying, right? Especially when you know it could easily be taken and be used in the wrong context. But that's enough for Kanye, man. I'm Walt Disney. Yeah, show us, build something. Not just fashion, not just, oh, Balenciaga, Louis V. No. Build something. Let's see your own legacy, my man. Your own legacy in your town. Let's see your arts college, your orphanage, your charity. Let's see that. Don't be out here just bragging. That's the problem in the black community. There's too much bragging and boasting. Then when it's time to be practical, people are not moving as quick and as efficient as they should. But yeah, man, over here, I hope Sunak wins this election. You hear me? We need someone black or brown in number 10. You understand? This Christmas, that man needs to be in there. If it wasn't for Sunak, I'm telling you, during the pandemic, this country was done. The man was more than ready to pump over 300 bill. Boris was crying when 80 billion was spent. And I was like, this doesn't even make sense, because the media's too busy shitting on Trump, who's pumping 6 trillion. Over here in the UK, 80 billion is pumped into the economy. Oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, but Sunak kept pushing for us to get more and more money. You know, I'm disappointed. 1 trillion should have been dropped, because they're printing this money, man. You can take a look at my other video when I was talking about how this money system really works. They were printing this money. And they were acting like it's coming out of heaven or something. Britain should have had at least 2 trillion, man, given to it. Sunak comes from a wealthy family. He's a business-minded guy. His wife is business-minded. And sometimes you need people like that to prop up the economy. You understand? You need people, especially coming from a minority background, because we're sick and tired of politicians that don't even understand what the white middle class in this country is going through. Because they grow up in this caged life, posh life, you know, golf club, and they're in their secluded communities, and the landscape of how things really work, they're isolated from it. And when they talk, they're talking from a narrow perspective. Very narrow. You understand? But I hope Sunak wins that shit, man. You know, look at it. Black History Month right now. What did the government give any black community? Nothing. But how much money did they send across the world to fight this war, that war? And I'm not even going to get into it in this video. I'm not even going to get into it. You understand? But the hypocrisy that you have people that have contributed trillions to your economy, you talk about, oh, it's Black History Month, blah, blah, blah. Where are the museums, man? Similar shit to what I'm saying with Kanye. The man has billions. He's out here talking about black people should have stood up for me. Nigga, you can get the best fucking lawyers in the world, man. Fuck. If you don't mind, let me finish my drink. I'm
I know I hit at least one. Gotta